please rise? Please be seated. Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. We are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of Caela, Shay, and Sam. You have traveled here to Cancun to offer your love and support and to surround Sam and Caela with the people who mean the most as they embark on this beautiful new chapter together. You also may have traveled to Cancun for the all-inclusive, but that's just an added bonus. As you know, family and friends are very important to our Sam and Caela. They would like to thank you all for being here to witness their marriage and for being present on their special day. They would also like to take a moment to acknowledge those who are not with us today, but who we carry in our hearts. Caela's grandparents, Helen and George McGann, and Anne and Bert Shay. Caela's uncles, James Shay, Jeffrey Shay, and Richard Jennings. Sam's cousin, Jake Bistrong. Sam's grandmothers, Barbara Kremer and Elaine Lynn. And Sam's grandfather, Melvin Lynn. Even though they are not here physically, they are a part of the foundation that makes Sam and Caela who they are today and are forever a part of their home. Caela and Sam, we stand here under this cover, which symbolizes the home you will create together in marriage. It is open on all four sides, representing that your home will always be welcoming to others, and that today is not only a special moment between the two of you, but also a milestone to be shared with all of us here. And our dog friends. Sam, as your sister, and Caela, as your soon-to-be sister, I'm truly honored. I am truly honored to be standing up here with you and to guide you through one of the most important moments of your relationship. I've had the privilege of watching you both grow over the years and will continue to be a source of love and encouragement as you go the distance together. Before we celebrate your future that you are building, let's take a moment to reflect on all the years. Their story started in Tahoe and a ski house full of mutual friends. Sam was the newest addition to the group and had sworn to himself that he wouldn't date anyone in the house. He just wanted to make new friends and keep things uncomplicated. But from the start, Caela and Sam just clicked. They spent hours talking about their love of skiing, their families, their values. In those early days, to be honest, they both tried to play it very cool. So cool, in fact, that while weekends were spent together up in Tahoe, hitting the slopes, on weekdays, they were mostly radio silent. No texting, no calls, no hangouts. It was an occasional communication, but only to discuss plans for traveling up to the house. Both of them quietly wondered, was this just a ski season romance, or could it be something more? As winter went on, so did the guessing game. They started spending more time together during the week, but the according to Caela, it was nearly impossible to get a read on Sam. My brother playing it so cool. Meanwhile, Sam already made up his mind. He liked her. And on St. Patrick's Day, he finally turned to Caela and he said, "I like you." Caela replied, "That's nice." So naturally, Sam took that as a sign to slow down and not make any more big moves. But by the end of ski season, they were basically dating, spending more time together during the week and even texting about non-ski house things. It was a big step, all the while still wondering where exactly they stood. And then came the night that would solidify them as a couple. It was not in some romantic, movie-worthy setting, but while out with their friends in a nightclub called Booty. You heard that right. While waiting in line for the bathroom, Caela blurted it out in the most Caela way she could. I don't know if this is the right time, but what are we?" Sam was relieved and thought it was hilarious that of all places, Caela chose this location to have the talk. He responded, "We're dating, obviously." And just like that, they were officially boyfriend and girlfriend. Now fast forward many ski seasons later. Caela and Sam were now living together. They'd spent years laying the groundwork for their future and were ready to take the next big steps. When they went ring shopping in the fall, Sam told Caela he'd propose sometime in the upcoming season. And that's when Sam's master planning began. Once the rings were on Caela's radar, Sam strategically updated the timeline, saying, "Now, the proposal will probably happen towards the end of the season, because he wasn't sure when the rings would arrive." Sam already had secured the rings. Then he mentioned there were supply chain issues, so it might be delayed even more. All the while, poor Caela was eagerly waiting that any moment could be the moment. Luckily for Sam, Caela was traveling a lot that winter, and while she was away, he put his plan into motion. He knew exactly where he wanted to propose, back in Tahoe where the story began. When the weekend finally arrived, Sam caught a ride up to the ski house and generously left the car behind so Caela could drive herself up once she returned. When the weekend finally arrived, Sam had it all mapped out. The ring, the location, how he'd get her to the lake, even where they'd go to dinner after. But one very important detail slipped Sam's mind. Sam forgot pants. All he had were sweatpants packed for the weekend. And Caela was devastated. She told her friends, "Sam forgot pants, so I guess we're not getting engaged this weekend." But Sam wasn't giving up. Thankfully, one of their friends was heading up for the weekend and agreed to deliver Sam a decent pair of pants. That Saturday, with a little behind-the-scenes word from Sam, Caela suggested that they go down to the lake a little early before grabbing dinner with their friends, unaware that this was exactly what Sam had planned for. It was there on the lake, staring out at the mountains they had once skied together, that Caela felt Sam's heart racing. She sensed something was about to happen, when just then, Sam turned to her and said, "This is perfect. You're perfect." He got down on one knee and asked Caela to spend the rest of their lives together. She said yes, and just like that, Sam and Caela were officially engaged. We can cheer. Caela and Sam, we are gathered here today to celebrate something truly beautiful, the love between you two. Your love has been a journey, built on everyday moments, exploring the trails of Tahoe, experimenting with new recipes in the kitchen, playful bits and banter, days full of laughter, and nights spent smiling from across the living room because you both decided to stay in instead of going out to the bars. Real love is not about having it all figured out from the start. It's about becoming something more together. From the very beginning, your relationship has been an evolution, learning how to communicate, showing up even when things were awkward or unclear, letting your connection deepen in small and steady ways. And with each passing day, you've made the choice to grow individually and as a team. What makes your love so powerful? What makes your love so powerful is that it's not rooted in perfection, but in partnership, in learning from one another, leaning on one another, and shaping a life that reflects the very best of what you bring out in one another. Caela, when we spoke about Sam, you described him as an anchor in your life, a calm presence who grounds you and reminds you that you don't have to carry everything on your own. You love that Sam shows up in ways big and small, with a Susie cake on your birthday every year, a hug to stop you from panic pacing throughout the apartment, or a reminder to ask for help when you're trying to do it all on your own. His love has helped you to grow into someone who knows it's okay to lead, to receive, and to trust someone else. And in that trust, you become even more you, more confident, more supported, and more open to what's ahead. And Sam, when you spoke about Caela, your face lit up like I had never seen before. You shared that she is the first person who truly understands you, who sees all of you, and who meets you with the kindness, encouragement, and laughter. She brings you coffee, and she compliments you, yes. But she also brings you perspective, belief, and strength to grow into the best version of yourself. She challenges you in all the right ways, and reminds you that even when you're feeling stuck, you're never alone in finding the next step. With Caela, you don't just feel safe, you feel inspired to push yourself. You both have grown a lot in your relationship, not just side by side, but intertwined, shaping each other through the choices you've made and the love you've built. As both of you commented, you've taken each other's strengths and you've made them part of your own. You've also created something that is still evolving, and yet already so far. What makes your partnership so strong is the way that you understand that growth doesn't mean growing apart, it means growing together. It means growing closer, more connected, and more rooted in the life that you are building together. As you both shared with me, one of the greatest joys of growing old together is growing up together. Over time, you've learned and evolved hand in hand, always finding new ways to support and love each other. You've faced life together head on, celebrating highs like building your dream apartment, promotions and relationship milestones, as well as navigating the lows of disappointment and of grief. Through it all, you've adapted to each other's needs, standing strong beside one another and growing stronger in the process. As you stand here today and share your vows in just a minute, know that you are not just celebrating a love that is, you are committing to a love that grows, one that continues to stretch and expand with you through every season of life. So as you take this next step, hold on to that truth. You are not finished. You are just getting started, and together you are building something extraordinary. And now, having reflected on the love that you've built and the growth that you've shared, it's time to hear those promises that you've written for each other, spoken from the heart in your own words. Caela, we're going to start with you.
$2,302 days ago, we locked eyes from across the coffee table at our first ski house together in Tahoe. Who would have thought that a simple snowy winter weekend would be the start of something that would change our lives forever. It means so much that many of the people who shared that weekend with us back in January 2019 are here with us today. I don't think any of us could have imagined we'd be here on the beach in Mexico, about to say I do, but I'm so glad we are. In the early days of our relationship, we quickly discovered just how much we loved. The very thing that would eventually become the foundation of our lives together. One of the first things that drew me to you was our shared love of skiing. You immediately impressed me with your ability to send it down any run while still patiently waiting for me at the bottom. And let's be very clear, you never had to wait that long. It wasn't just our shared interest that made me fall for you. It was everything I discovered about who you are. Your kindness, your curiosity, your sense of humor, your deep love for your family, your friends, and of course, Michigan sports, and the way you make me feel from the very start like the most important person in the world. It's hard to pinpoint the exact moment I fell in love with you, because for me, it wasn't just one big moment. It was 1,000 little ones stitched together. Moments that may seem ordinary or even simple to someone else, but to me, to us, they mean the world. Those long, snowy drives to Tahoe, stuck on 80, our trips down Highway 1 during COVID, escaping the city, carrying boxes up and down the stairs at Fillmore Street when we moved in together, going for runs through Golden Gate Park after work, and even just sitting side by side on the couch binge watching Survivor. With you, even the simplest moments are special, and even the longest days, drives, or runs are bright because you're by my side. I can't wait for all the moments to come of husband and wife. Lynn, you are my favorite person in the entire world. With you, I feel more happiness than I ever thought possible, more love than I ever thought existed, and I've laughed more than I ever imagined before. You are my biggest cheerleader, and the most handsome, brilliant, caring, patient, and hilarious person I know. You've given me a life full of joy, laughter, and love. I vowed to spend the rest of our lives together giving you the same. And so today, Sam, I make you these promises. I promise to spend every day of the rest of our lives making you feel as happy, loved, and appreciated as you make me feel. I'll always try and remember the little things that put a smile on your face. I promise to always support your goals and dreams just as you have mine, even if that means keeping a golf club in our living room so you can practice your swing anytime you want. I promise to always stand by your side no matter what life throws at us. There will be successes to celebrate and failures to overcome and grow from, but together, I know we can get through anything. I promise to always prioritize you and show up for you, our marriage, and our future family. I know you will make an incredible father one day. And I promise to love you every day for the rest of our lives. To love not only who you are today, but who you will be tomorrow, and who you will be 50 years from now. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you.
6 years ago, you walked into my life, and everything changed. I was 24, living 3,000 miles from where I grew up, still figuring out who I was and what I wanted. And you were doing the same. Two people feeling a little out of place, trying to make San Francisco feel like home. We met at a tiny ski lease in Tahoe, and and technically moved in together before we went on a real date. That same winter, we met my mom and my sister, and less than a year later, we basically moved in together at the start of the pandemic, spending all of our time at each other's apartments just a few blocks away. Our story wasn't traditional, but even from the start, we already felt different. It felt special. Somewhere between the late night talks, the long car rides up to Tahoe, and the chaos of those first few years together, we made every place we went feel a little bit more like home. Which is why I'm standing here with you today on a beach in Mexico, surrounded by the people we love the most. I don't feel far from home at all, because you are my home. Over the years, we built a life together, full of the things that matter the most to us. Weekends with our friends and family, winters in Tahoe, summers in Hawaii, long runs through Golden Gate Park, way too many Survivor marathons, a beach wedding in Cancun, and walks through Coast to look at the puppies and our love for going to bed together before 10 p.m. But it's not just the good moments that define us. You've seen me at my best and my absolute lowest. You've seen every flaw, every fear, and every insecurity, and somehow you've loved me more because of them. You have shown me how to be a better person, never letting me settle for what might be easy or comfortable, but pushing me to grow, which was easy because I knew I had you as my rock. And through all of this, you've made me feel a love that I didn't even know was possible. For the first time in my life, I feel I could be my full, unfiltered self with you, and I'm so sorry for how exhausting that must be for you. For all the ways you've changed me, lifted me, and loved me, you've also given me something even deeper, a sense of belonging I never knew I was missing. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I know whatever comes next, whatever life takes us, with you by my side, I will always have a home. So today, Caela, I promise you this. I promise to always love you, support you, and push you like you have done the same for me. I promise to build a life with you, a home filled with laughter, adventures, endless inside jokes, late night Yasso bars, and our future dogs, Clive and Finn. I promise to build a family with you and always make time for us, no matter how busy or chaotic life gets. I promise to never stop choosing you through every season, city, and every change life throws at us. I love you more than I could ever put into words, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you.
With your promises spoken, we move into the formal declarations that will seal this commitment in front of your loved ones, responding with, I do. Caela, we will start with you. Do you, Caela, take Sam to be your lawfully wedded husband, promising to share your life with him through every joy and challenge, to stand by his side in sickness and in health, and to love and support him for all the days of your life? And do you, Sam, take Caela to be your lawfully wedded wife, promising to share your life with her through every joy and challenge, to stand by her side in sickness and in health, and to love and support her for all the days of your life? Having declared your love and commitment, it is time to seal these promises with the exchanging of rings. Will you please hand me the rings? These wedding rings that you're holding are both perfect circles, with no beginning and no end. They symbolize eternity, wholeness, and endless love. They represent the unbreakable bond between you, a promise that no matter what challenges may come, your love will remain steadfast. As you place these rings on each other's fingers, may they remind you always of the love you share and the promises you've made today. Please hold hands.
promise to always stand by your side. Not just as your partner, but as your best friend. I promise to be your safe place and your biggest fan. I promise to laugh with you and to grow with you. I promise to love you endlessly for all the days of our lives.
With this ring, I promise to always stand by your side. Not just as your partner, but as your best friend. I promise to be your safe place and your biggest fan. I promise to laugh with you and to grow with you. I promise to love you endlessly for all the days of our lives.
These rings are a tangible sign of the promises you've made today. And now, with those promises sealed, the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm going to get out of the way. By the power vested in me, you may now break the glass and kiss your bride. It is my great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Congratulations to the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs.